Hey guys, it's your girl T. I'm back with another hair video. Today I am going to be cutting my sister locks. Not cutting them off, just cutting some of them length. I mentioned it in my last video, and I told you guys that I have reasons for wanting to cut them. And basically, I don't know if I explained it or not, but the reason is that some of my locks, well, most of them actually, most of the locks on my head are damaged in that, like in the middle of the lock, in the middle of my hair shaft, all over my head, it's very thin. And that started happening to me maybe a few years ago. I mentioned that I have lupus to you guys, and with lupus, before I had locks, all of my hair fell out, and my hair was very damaged and thin, and I just never thought it was going to grow back. But that's a whole other story. Go watch my first video if you want to hear about that. But again, back to when I'm cutting my locks. Let me see if I can find one. Like I said, most of them on my head are like this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like, it's okay, like from the root till about here, and then like right here, it starts to thin, and then it evens back out. So a lot of my locks are like that. So you can see this one is pretty bad. Same thing. It's okay from about here to here, then it thins right here, and then it's okay again. And that happens. Some of them aren't as bad, but most of them are pretty much like that. See, oh, that was a really bad one. I lost. Oh, here it is. Okay. See, this one is really bad. It's like this little thin piece, and then it's okay again. So basically, what happened was um, it was the lupus again. Like the same thing started happening to my hair and my scalp again. Like my scalp started getting rashes, and then for a period of time, I'm talking about like months, my hair just completely stopped growing, and I was just like, "What the hell is going on?" You know what I mean? It just stopped growing altogether. And I didn't know what was happening, but I was just assuming the same thing was happening to me again. And I really thought all of my hair was going to fall out. And I was just like, oh God, not this again, please. Um, but fortunately, that time my hair didn't fall out. Um, and after a few months, eventually it started growing back in again. But when it started growing back in, it started growing back in like really, really thin and really, really slowly. And that's where you see those like really thin areas in my head. And then when it started growing back normally again, that's why like from the root to about a certain length, it looks okay. Um, but my plan is to um, just kind of keep trimming and trimming, cutting down until I get to the portion that's thin, and eventually that thin part will end up getting cut off. So that's my plan. And I guess it's been working so far. I mentioned before that I have cut my sister locks like twice. Um, the first time I cut my sister locks, I cut it because I started with actual relaxer on the ends of my hair. Um, so I was just cutting that off. And then the second time I cut it, it was for this same reason that I'm cutting it now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get it back to as healthy as possible we can. So that's the plan. That's what I'm doing today. I kind of have it sectioned off. I really, honestly, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. I just kind of got an idea in my head of, how I want it to go. So this is what I'm doing. I sectioned the back off, and let's see, you can see here's a lock right here that snapped because of that. It's like it got really, really thin in the middle, and then, eventually it just snapped off, and this is what I was left with. Um, and basically, I'm just trying to prevent that from happening all over my head. So cutting it, I know is going to relieve, some of the weight, and it won't be so heavy on those little thin areas. That's my logic anyway. So this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of nervous. Um, Kind of, but not really, because like I said, I have cut my hair before. So. But here goes. I know for the back, this section right here, I want it all one length. So I'm going to cut one first. You see what I mean again? Like, see how this is like really thin right here in the middle? It's horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one first as a guide. You know what? I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see better what I'm doing here. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna cut this one as a guide. And I guess I want it to maybe about this way. Ah! First one is my guide, you guys. man. But it's kind of cute, right? It's not too bad. And I got, kind of what I was trying to get, like the layered effect. I definitely see how it's falling in layers. So I'm happy about it. And I know, oh my God, I know when I go to style it now, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to hold curls so much better. So I'm happy about it. Oh, I can't believe what I'm going to do. Wow. Okay. So at least, I'm sad about all of my length being gone, but at least I didn't totally screw it up. Like this is cute. I like it. So alright, thanks you guys for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And stay tuned because next I'm going to be putting some curls in this. And I know it's going to be so cute. Thin layers of curls. So stay tuned for that, guys. All right. Peace.